Good Saturday to you. A couple days ago was actually my 6-month anniversary. My first video was posted March 21 of 2017, and here we are at episode 54. I'm going to do something really special today. Before I do, I want to give a special shout out to Christy's cooking channel. I also wanted to thank some of my friends at work that actually wear my SteenSmokeHouse hat, and that would be Sherelle, Molly, Nikki, and I wanted to thank Nikki's mom, Mindy, because she watches SteenSmokeHouse on occasion. So cheers to all four of you, and thank you so much for watching SteenSmokeHouse. In a moment, I'm going to show you the very special cook we're going to do today. I haven't decided which way I'm going to cook it yet, but this special roast deserves a special preparation. So, if you'll stay tuned a moment, we'll get busy. So here it is. This is our project for today. It is a Wagyu prime tri-tip roast. This thing is 3.76 pounds. Amazing thing about tri-tip, it's a very premium cut of meat that at Texas Slabs. This was $6.99 a pound. I'm not sure how I'm going to cook it yet, but I'm going to zoom in on this. It's really nice on a place I can go and where they know your name and you walk in there and they have your piece of meat already picked out. All you have to do is walk in there and buy it and walk out. This thing is so beautifully marbled. I've never actually seen a tri-tip this big before, so I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to cook it in the Weber or if I'm going to cook it in the pit barrel, but either way, it's going to be delicious, folks. So stay tuned to SteenSmokeHouse.
And that is our cow diagram, and the bottom sirloin is actually the tri-tip.
I've got the big Wagyu prime tri-tip all rinsed off and getting ready to season it. I'm going to put this crystal hot sauce on it, but it will add a nice color to it. It may add a little bit of flavor. I'm also using this Holy Cow barbecue rub from Meat Church. This is great stuff. This roast is so big. Most tri-tips I've seen are usually 2 to 2.5 pound max. This thing's 3.5 pounds, so it's got a lot of meat to season. So in a moment, I'm going to show you it all seasoned up. I'm going to do the back side first, like I always do, and then I'll season the front side so you can watch. This is the fat side of this roast. This thing is crazy big. Like I said, it's about a pound larger than any tri-tip I've ever cooked. On the grain, this thing doesn't run like the regular American cows. This is a Japanese cow. As I posted in my last video, Wagyu means Japanese cow. Wagyu. Anyway, I wanted to show you this side seasoned up and colored. I'm going to flip it over and do the other side, but man, this is a crazy, incredible piece of meat. I can't wait to do it for you and show you what we come up with. So I'm using just a few drops of this crystal. I tasted it. It's actually got a lot of fire in it, so I've never cooked with it before, and I don't want to overpower the meat with heat. All I want to do is establish a little bit of a adhesion to the Mad Cow rub I'm putting on it. So I'm going to put just a little bit on there and rub it in, and it's beautiful stuff. But man, this stuff, if you use it on like a taco or something like that, it's pretty spicy. So anyway, I'm just going to do this as a binder. Man, this is a beautiful looking roast. I've put some crystal on there. I'm going to let it sit there for just a moment, and then I'm going to put our Holy Cow on it, and that's all the spices we're using today. I'm going to do this from a little bit above so it kind of gets a nice even spread to it. I don't think that I can overpower this meat with spice because this thing is huge. So that's it. It's going to have a really nice color to it. It's going to have a nice seasoning to it. I'm going to let this sit and come to room temp, and then we're going to put it on the PBC. I've got our hooks placed in there. I also have the ThermoWorks probe in there. I want to get this to 140. This is really different seasoning than the Santa Maria, but the principles are the same. So the pit barrel is getting fired up. In a moment, I'm going to put it on there, and I'm going to hang it with these two hooks, the temp probe in it, and I think we're going to have some good eating tonight, folks.
All right, our charcoal basket in the pit barrel cooker is all filled to the correct level, and I'm using our standard white and blue label Kingsford charcoal like we always use in the pit barrel cooker. The chimney starter is getting up to temp, and as soon as those coals are ready, in the PBC they go.
The hook placement came out perfect, actually. I've got the ThermoWorks smoke in there. That'll tell us what our internal temp is, so we can go back in the house and relax. The ThermoWorks comes with a remote monitor, so you can check it from up to 300 feet away. All ThermoWorks products are on the Show More link, and Pit Barrel Cooker's on the Show More link. So you can buy anything from ThermoWorks, anything from Pit Barrel Cooker, and anything from Amazon from SteenSmokeHouse. A couple weeks ago, I did a cookout at Texas Slabs, and I demonstrated the Pit Barrel Cooker probably 6 or 7 hours, and during that time, I took the lid off multiple times to show people how it worked and so forth. If you're watching SteenSmokeHouse, it looks like you may have an interest in cooking outdoors, and if you want to start at the very something that yields perfect results every time, you cannot go wrong with a Pit Barrel Cooker. So, gosh, give it a try. It's a small investment for what you get out of it. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our project today. It's looking great. Well, this beautiful tri-tip's just about done. I'm checking temp. It's going kind of up and down. At one place it's spiked, but I think I actually went all the way through the meat right there. And I'm actually checking the temperature of the fire beneath it, but it's done enough now. I'm going to pull it off. The reason we let meat rest like this, especially a big cut of meat like this, is so the juices will kind of distribute and that temp will kind of equalize across it. So it's going to rest about 10 minutes or so until I slice it open.
Our beautiful tri-tip is done. I have it resting, and in a moment I'm going to cut it up and see what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. This tri-tip, the grain runs kind of the same way all the way across it. If you remember, the other ones ran like this way and that, not this one. So let's see how we did. Doesn't really matter which way I cut this one. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. So the whole thing's the same, so I don't have to cut any specific piece off it to get the same result. Oh my goodness, this is like slicing through butter. Okay, I'll take a piece out of the middle. Look at that. Wagyu tri-tip. I'm gonna try it. That Wagyu steak we cooked was amazing. This tri-tip is just 3.5 pounds of amazing. My goodness. Oh my gosh. That steak was the best beef I've ever tasted. I think this is now.